We'll come a little closer. Let's see how that goes. Okay, hopefully, let me just check some of the sound. Oh yeah, I think we've got a good thing happening here. And okay, we should be okay. Consistently inconsistent. That could be the theme. Okay. All right, we're here. We have arrived. Welcome to your practice today. We are going to do a bit of a combination. Now, we're coming into this very mindfully with a lot of respect. We're not trying to blend things and mix things together, but we are going to practice a bit of Hatha, stretching, breathing in this more traditional sense, and then we'll close that. And then we'll move into just a little bit of the Kundalini yoga that we explored yesterday. And we'll add that at the end, and we will contain that in its own sacred container. And that is the way that Kundalini yoga was first shared with me, and that you don't want to interrupt the process, right? Once you tune in, you're kind of in that field. And so you don't want to all of a sudden add different things into the set or into the experience, but you can have those things before, you can have those things after. And that's what we're going to work with here today, because I'm definitely feeling that I need some more expansion and stretch into my physical body. And of course, the Kundalini yoga is so expansive into our aura and into our mental body, our mind. It is a vibrational type of yoga practice. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. If you're coming in to practice, welcome. If you're just kind of stopping by because you're curious, also welcome, welcome. We're going to come into a very simple tall seat. Sit in the way that is most comfortable for you. Close the eyes and begin to go into your breath. Deep inhale and a long exhale. Breathe deep into your belly. Bring the breath into your ribs. Bring the breath all the way up into the chest. And exhale slowly. And take a few more moments like this, breathing in and breathing out. And you're just working to feel the breath getting bigger and more expansive without any type of gripping, clenching, pushing. When we first begin to breathe in this way and begin to practice in this way, it can take a few moments for it to really feel more easeful. Give yourself some time and stay with the breath now. I'm just going to check the chat while you breathe just to make sure you guys are hearing me. Okay, first session. Welcome, welcome. Please stick around. So we are breathing in and breathing out. Okay, take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale. And again like this, inhale. Open the mouth, exhale. Bring your hands together at your heart center in prayer mudra. And we'll come together with the sound of Om. You can also just listen if you're not so comfortable chanting mantra right now. This is just to consecrate our space here. Inhale. Breathing in. And exhale, gently bowing your head towards your hands and towards your heart. Release your hands down to your lap. Come up tall through the crown of the head. Allow for your eyes to open. Take a moment to just stretch the legs out. Give a little bit of a shake, a little bit of a bobbing of the knees, sometimes even a little massage with your hands can feel good to just open up those energy lines, those meridians, the nadis a bit more. And we just want to think we're opening the body today. We're trying to get the energy flowing, right? That is the point. Up tall through the spine, bring your left hand to the left and reach your right arm up and over, beginning to stretch into the right side of the body. Relax your right shoulder even as you reach through the arm. You can bend your left elbow to go a little bit deeper or not as deep. And gently turn your heart towards the ceiling and breathe here. Breathe deep and stretch. You can even close your eyes. Inhale and exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale. On your inhale, use your belly to bring yourself up through center. Good. And take it to the other side. Right hand down, left arm up and over. And it might feel very different on this side. It might feel more constricted, more open. And you're just building an awareness of how your body is feeling in any of these shapes. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, pick yourself up nice and tall. From here, you're going to inhale your heart forward, circle over to the right, and as you exhale, you're going to round the spine. And as you inhale, come over to the left and forward. So inhaling forward, exhaling as we round back. And it's this very gentle motion and movement. I'm going to turn so you can see the profile as well. I'm rounding the spine as I exhale, and I'm lifting the chest as I inhale. Rounding and arching. The next time you come forward, do a little pause and go in the other direction. So we'll exhale. Here you can see my knees come up a little bit. It's totally fine. Slowly, slowly come up through center, come up nice and tall. Let's take the arms behind us and interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulders towards one another and breathe here. Try to inhale and exhale through your nose. Breathing in and breathing out, releasing, feeling the blood flow back through the arms. Come forward onto your hands and your knees. And we'll come into cat-cow. So wrists are under shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. And my feet are about hip width apart. They're in line with the knees. Inhale again, arch the spine, lift the tailbone, lift the chin. Exhale, round. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhale, round. One more time here. Breathe in. And breathe out. Coming into a neutral spine, open the knees as wide as the mat. Take your seat back to your heels, bring your forehead to the floor, walk your hands forward. Feel the arms lengthen, the sides of the waist are lengthening. And breathe. Breathe into your spine. Breathe into your back. Give it one more inhale. And an exhale. Very good. Come up to all fours. Bring the knees once again underneath the hips. Inhale, lift the hips, lift the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the hips up. And right away, start to pedal through the feet, especially if this is your first downward dog of the day. It is for me. So I want to really feel into the legs, get those muscles to turn on, get the blood to flow. Navel drawing in, low ribs drawing in, feeling the strength of my lower body, breathing in and breathing out. Inhale forward into a plank pose. This can be very gentle, drawing up through the belly, child's pose. Exhale, coming back. Inhale to all fours. Lift the heart, lift the tailbone. Exhale, downward facing dog, pressing the legs back. Plank pose, breathing in. Child's pose, breathing out. Hands and knees, lift the hips, lift the heart, tuck the toes, down dog. Exhale, press it back. Plank pose, breathing in. Child's pose, breathing out. Inhaling, hands and knees, tuck the toes, downward facing dog on the exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. I'm going to lift my right leg up. You can lift it up any amount as you breathe in. Exhale, step the foot forward in between the hands. Take your right hand on the inside of the leg and heel toe the foot a bit wide towards the edge of the mat. We will take that back knee down to the ground. You can stay on your palms. This could be plenty. Or you could bring your elbows to a set of blocks or a bolster. And you might even find that you need to widen your foot a little bit more as you come down. Just make sure that your knee is going in the same direction as your toes. And we're going to breathe here. Feel a lengthening of your heart and a a dropping of your left leg. Try to just let that left top of the thigh, the hip flexor, try to just surrender that to the earth. Get a deep stretch there and breathe. Deeper breath in. Longer breath out. Let's give it one more inhale. And exhale, walk your hands back in so that they're underneath your shoulders. Tuck the back toes, lift up that back knee, breathe in. Downward facing dog as you breathe out. Plank pose on the inhale. Child's pose as we exhale. Come forward towards an up dog variant. So I'm just going to let my hips fall forward and I'm stretching my spine up to the sky, breathing in. And as I exhale, I'm going to come all the way back towards that child's pose. Let it stretch. Your forehead doesn't have to touch the ground each time. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, draw your belly in as you take your seat to your heels and stretch and fold. One more time like that. Inhaling, let your hips soften forward. You might even take the knees off of the ground and knees to the ground. Press it back towards that child's pose shape. Inhaling to all fours, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog as you exhale, coming back. Finding your center, finding your stability. Left leg will lift up any amount. Breathe in and reach up. Exhale, step the foot forward between the hands. Take your left hand on the inside of that left leg and heel toe the left foot wide. You can start with the edge of the mat. Slowly bring your back knee down to the ground, untuck the toes. And then maybe you're coming down onto your elbows. And if you feel like you need to widen that foot a bit more, widen it. And just make sure, again, that the knee is going in the same direction as your toes. And start to bring yourself down and notice what you feel on this side. A sense of lengthening through your spine, like you're trying to peel your chest forward, breathing in. And with your exhale, dropping the hips a little heavier to the ground. Stay with it now. Stay with your breath. And breathing in. And breathing out. Very good. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. You can walk that left foot back in if it was very wide. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Let's take the vinyasa variant. Plank pose, breathing in, zip up through your belly. Child's pose as you exhale. Take it to that upward dog variant. You're welcome to do a full upward dog with the legs off the ground. Downward facing dog. Exhale, coming back. Let's take a breath in and a breath out. Let's do a mini flow now. Right leg lifts up. Inhale. Exhale, step the foot forward between the hands. Let's take that right arm up to the sky and begin to twist open, nice and gentle. Stay strong through your back leg. Think of lengthening through the spine and then twisting towards the sky. Breathe in and breathe out. Right hand down to the ground as you inhale, downward facing dog. On the exhale, plank pose, breathing in. Child's pose, breathing out. Upward facing dog, your variation here. Downward facing dog as we exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's take that left leg up, breathing in. Exhale, stepping the foot between the hands. Left arm is to the sky and we twist open and just do the best you can. Following your breath. Inhale and exhale. Left hand down on the inhale, downward facing dog as we exhale. Plank pose, breathing in. And child's pose, breathing out. We're going to keep it flowing. Upward facing dog variant. Breathing in. Downward facing dog. Exhale to come back. Okay. A little different this time. We're going to take our right shin and bring it forward. Right knee is behind right wrist. I'm going to walk my left leg back in space. And we're coming into this pigeon variant. So my hips are square. My heart is facing forward. I've got my hands on these blocks. I can even take my blocks a little bit higher. A little more leverage to just lift up through the heart. And let's be here and breathe. Close your eyes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Give it one more inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to start to bring yourself forward. I'm going to bring a block underneath my sternum and a block underneath my forehead. This is giving me just a little extra support so that I can let my shoulders go. And I've got a good amount of weight folding onto that right leg now to open. And let's breathe here. Try to relax the jaw, relax the muscles of your face. Keep the breath deep as you inhale. Stretch it a little bit longer as you exhale. Breathe in. And breathe it out. Let's walk the hands in. I could definitely stay there a lot longer, but we're going to keep it moving today. I'm going to come onto my seat and I'm bringing the right heel of the foot in. Welcome, welcome. Take my left hand on the inside of the left leg and I'm just reaching my right arm up and over. And we're opening again into that right side body stretching. You can also hold the foot or, take any variant here that you know. Let's breathe in and breathe out. Try to keep your heart moving towards the ceiling. Inhale and exhale. One more breath in and one more breath out. And then we'll inhale, we'll come up nice and tall, right away downward facing dog. So I'm just going to come onto my hands and knees and take it back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And let's just be here, finding our center. I can already feel how much more open my body is after this very short practice so far. I'm going to bring my left shin forward. The left knee is towards that wrist. Walk my right leg back, lowering my hips down to the ground. Lifting up tall through the chest. So this is a heart opening moment, right? We're getting that energy to rise up from the base towards the chest, clearing out any negativity in the third chakra, the Manipura. It's where a lot of anger and resentment and bitterness tends to sit. Breathe, close the eyes, concentrate. One more inhale. And exhale slowly, slowly. Bring yourself forward. You don't need to use any props here if you don't need them. If you're not sure how to use them, let me know and I'll make a tutorial or point you in the right direction. We're just going to allow the weight to fall over that left leg now. Try to keep your right leg moving towards the floor, nice and heavy. And allow the stretch to come as you breathe deep. Relax into it now. Another breath in. Exhale, start to let it go. Walk your hands in and come up. Oh, I realize it's very dark. I didn't turn a light on. We're going to fall onto that left seat. So now my back is to you. My right leg is open. My left heel is in. And I'm just going to bend over towards the right and open this left side of the body. Breathe. Give it one more inhale and an exhale. Slowly, slowly bring yourself up. Come forward for a moment onto your hands and knees. And just press back now into a resting child's pose. So your forehead can come to the ground. You can kind of open your elbows here, or you could take your arms alongside your body. The palms face the sky. This feels nice too. And let's just take a few breaths, feeling what we feel. The body is opening. A little more connection to the breath. Maybe we feel a little bit pulled out of wherever we were before, wherever the mind was consumed. Let's breathe in and breathe out. We can bring our hands to the floor and just press down to round all the way up. So we're nice and tall. Give a moment here for the brain to establish itself above the heart. Breathing in and breathing out. If you're still with me, thank you for being here. I'm going to turn a light on because I think it might be better on your side. And I am going to just check in with the chat right now, see how everyone is doing. Hi. Okay, great. So we are going to, I know sometimes it's a little bit challenging, and we'll talk about that. We're going to transition into this now, the Kundalini yoga portion. So make yourself comfortable. Drink a little sip of water if you feel like you need that. No worries. So there are a couple of things to consider when we feel uncomfortable in yoga or when we feel that something is very difficult. in yoga. Sometimes it is, it's a combination of things, right? It's a combination of your body, even if you are very physically fit and like my personal trainer has like no body fat, like super ripped, very disciplined, right? Lifting, like doing all the things, like he's like a little He-Man. But yoga is very challenging for him, right? So it's somebody who's very clean in their diet to a certain degree, very physically adept, but still the practice of yoga is very challenging. It's very difficult. It doesn't feel easy because it's not easy. The yoga is working on all of these different layers of our consciousness, our physical body, our energy body, our emotions, layers of toxicity, right? So we might encounter stiffness in the body, and that stiffness could be because we're normally in this pattern of movement, and now we're being asked, to come into this pattern of movement. So that's going to be a little bit physically difficult, right? When we're not used to that. And also there are toxins in the body. There are physical toxins from the environment, from foods, whatever we're putting into the system. There are emotional toxins, energetic toxins, lots of things, right, that create this very sort of low vibrational, low functioning field. And so when we come into something like yoga, it can feel even more challenging than we think it should be, because we're working on all of those subtle layers, which is why we want to go somewhat slow with it, and we want to give it a lot of time, right? We want to give ourselves some time. Let's commit for the next 3 months. What's the worst that can happen if you just commit to practicing yoga every day for 3 months to a certain degree, and see what unfolds for you. Okay, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate the energy and the support. And I know there's some sounds around, so we'll just flow with it. Okay, we're going into this Kundalini style yoga. You can come into a nice tall seat. You're going to rub your hands together, rub the palms together. And then bring those hands into a prayer mudra and align your elbows. Draw your shoulders onto your back body. Come up tall through the spine, close your eyes and gaze at your third eye, and inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. And we'll inhale to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale. Hold the breath. Squeeze the mulaband, the base of the spine, the anus, sex organs, navel point. Suck it in, draw it in and up. Exhale, release, and welcome. Very good. So we want to remind ourselves that we're always chanting this mantra, Sat Nam. Sat as you inhale, Nam as you exhale. And let's see where we get today. Let's come onto our hands and knees for the cat-cow Kundalini style. So you're already nice and warm. Remember to bring the edges of the feet to touch. I'm just going to get the timer Feel free to blast some amazing Kundalini mantras on your end. And we're ready. We're going to inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, round. Inhale, mentally vibrate Sat. And exhale, mentally vibrate Nam. We're going to open all of the 10 bodies, all of the 7 chakras. We're going to have a complete reset in just 3 minutes. I want you to find your rhythm. Join me. Powerful breath, powerful mantra, powerful movement. Keep going. We're more than halfway there now. Last 30 seconds. Get with it. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. Inhale, lift the spine, hold the breath. Exhale, round. Squeeze the mulaband. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, take it back to this child's pose variant. Bring the palms together into a prayer, Guru Pranam. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. Activating our will here today, activating our power of perseverance to move beyond any of the muck, any of the mud that we are experiencing currently. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay, walk the hands in, come up. Let's find an easy seat once again. And take your time. It's always good to take a little pause in between the kriyas to just feel the power of that. And you can do that kriya multiple times a day. You can do a little Om Namo Gurudev Namo, quick 3 times, do 3 minutes of cat-cow. Do it as you transition in your day, especially if you're someone like me who has more of like an entrepreneurial schedule. Maybe you need to do cat-cow before a client call, right? Transitioning from one part of the day into the next. Try it and let me know how it goes. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay, let's stick with this ego eradicator. I know it's a bummer, but it's helpful. Okay, you're going to bring the pads of the fingers into the hands, touch the thumb tips together, reach your arms up above the head and open to a 90-degree angle. Close the eyes, gaze at the third eye, and begin breath of fire. So equal inhale, equal exhale. Continue with the breath. Focus at the space above the crown, the 10th gate, where all of the subconscious thoughts are downloaded. Think of clearing this space, clearing this channel, creating a protective field. Inhale deep, bring the thumb tips to touch. And stretch the fingers up towards the heavens. Squeeze the mula bandh. Bring the energy from the base of the spine through the system, out through the fingertips, connecting to the planets, connecting to the cosmos, finding that divine alignment between heaven and earth. Exhale, open the arms, swipe the aura, gently expand the aura. Fingers to the earth, take a deep breath in. And an easy breath out. Take a moment now to meditate. You can bring the hands onto your lap in any expression. Breathing in and breathing out. Beautiful. Take your hands together at your heart and rub the palms. Feel that heat. Bring the prayer into your heart center, and we will close with one long sat and a short nam. Breathing in. Sat Nam. And taking a gentle bow. And just feeling that as our practice today. A little bit of stretching, a lot of breathing, right? Some teachings, some time spent together on our mat. I'm going to come a little closer now. If you have any questions or anything that you want to share, if you're still here with me, feel free. Great. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So maybe we'll do like a very beginner's variant as well. That can always be helpful. I thank you for your time, for your energy, hanging out with me, supporting the channel. Thank you for all your amazing comments all the time. Truly, truly appreciate it. as we work to grow things here, as we work to expand things. Okay, wishing you much love and many, many blessings. Thank you again.